All right. Not sure how well you can see me, Steve, but this video, this guy's phenomenal. I know you probably wouldn't want to sit and watch the whole thing, but I thought you might be interested in just part of this for if we decide to do it. This would go for Steve, Paul, or anybody that would be helping me work on the RV to let me know what you think of this idea. So hopefully you can see it okay and hear it okay.
This is, she wanted a linen closet.
Oh,
This was not in the original design, but there's her linen closet.
okay.
A linen combination utility, so she has her broom and her vacuum cleaner. And that is the shower salt.
Yeah, we want to talk about that. We want to talk about that since you, and let me see if I can get a good shot of that for everybody.
That piece of engineering is stolen from sailboats.
Mhm.
In sailboats, you don't want to let shower water run into your bilge, so it collects in a sump and you shoot it overboard. What we do, the shower drains into this box, which will hold 1/2 to 3/4 of a gallon, and there's a bilge pump, float, and motor in there. And when the switch is high enough, it'll kick on the motor and pump that water behind, around, and into my gray water tank, which is directly under that sink.
Uh-huh. And the sink drains into the gray water
The
tank.
sink drains directly into it.
And how big was your gray water tank again?
30 gallons.
30 gallons. So that is so cool. And man, when you told me about that, and then of course you sent me the link to that particular item, my wheels started turning. I got to tell you, my wheels started turning. That is just really awesome. So you elevated your shower floor so
3.5 inches.
so it would drain down to the inlet.
Right, it's about an inch and a half drop. That's all it is.
Right. And then once it gets to a certain point, the flow.
The float lifts up, it floats that float, it kicks that bilge pump motor on, and it pumps it. It may be on 3 seconds, that's all it takes, and boom, it's gone.
Wow.
It kicks on, and you'll hear it when you're sitting in the shower, you'll hear it go bzzz, and then 30, 40 seconds later, do it again.
I'm telling you right now, a lot of our followers are going to have lots of questions about that. So be prepared.
I'm hard to miss.
And I'll try to post the link to that in the description also, to that particular piece of equipment there. And it's not all that expensive. You told me you got it for around $100. I think when I looked at it, it went to like 120 or something like that.
113 right now, I think.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Now, tell us about your washer. Now, this is a combination washer and dryer?
No, it's
oh,
just a washer
machine. Gotcha.
And it's the only thing in here that if I did it again, I would probably leave out.
Okay.
When we talked about it, we talked about the convenience of it and being able to hang clothes inside and dry them, and we wouldn't have to run to a laundromat. The trade-off is it takes 5 gallons of water to wash, 5 gallons of water to rinse, and it only holds about what you can put in a 5-gallon bucket. So if you're only carrying 60 gallons of water and you want to boondock for a week, it's kind of counterproductive.
Makes it, yeah.
And if you're not going to be boondocking, you don't really, because you can run to a laundromat and do it. $400 to have somebody install that unit for me. So I bought the vacuum pump and a set of gauges for about $140 and did it myself. So I did that install too. Well, I sat on a stool and my son did most of the actual labor, but it was my knowledge. So.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Well, is there anything else you want to show us before we go?
Show me the bench.
Oh, she loves this bench. All we do with that bench, I built that thing high enough so that I can get off of it fairly easy.
Okay.
It's 20 inches. And I put a dense cushion on it.
Yeah.
And it's just for, I think my drone is under there.
And then we have storage.
And water storage.
You have a drone?
I do.
I'm jealous. Well, that's nice storage, yeah.
And he made the cushion.
Oh, wow.
I made the cushion cover.
What? Oh,
Or
you
he made the
made...
cushion cover.
I got you. Wow.
I made that quilt on
Did you really? My. Let's show that quilt. Let's get a good shot of that quilt for everybody. Right here.
All right, so... Sorry, I have to sit down on the floor and then get back up to come in front of the camera because I know you want to see my beautiful mug and all. If you can even see me, I don't know. I just got halfway through the video and I started seeing stuff. So I know I didn't want all of it because it's a 50-minute video. So the rest of it, I'm just going to do piece by piece. This is kind of the beginning of it, and it shows that pump for the air conditioner on the outside, how he mounted it, which I thought was a fabulous idea, because one of the things they mentioned in there was that the air conditioner was on the whole time and you couldn't hear nothing. The sound in there was great. They were able to talk, and when you have the overhead systems, they're super loud, as you can remember. So anyway, that, and then the way they made the bed and the toilet, I just thought might be interesting, so I'll pause in between and just go right to them. So hopefully the rest of it will be quick.
Wired in 24 volt, so I have 2 on one lead and 2 on another, so that they're putting in about 40 volts into the MPPT controller, and it takes that extra voltage, brings it down, and turns it into excess amperage. Usually on a sunny day, I'm getting between 600 and 800 watts, and I'm putting around 26, 27 amps at 24 volts into the battery bank.
This is his solar system. Solar system where he's got 4 200-watt panels.
Yeah, it's on a thin bill. This is a 9,000 BTU. It's the smallest one they make. If I had it to do again, I'd probably go with a 12,000. But this one does a fine job as long as it's not over 100 degrees outside.
Now, one question that I've always had when you mount, whether you mount it at the front or you mount it at the back, of course, is when you're going down the road, I always worry about the fan spinning and things like that and protecting it. So what have you done to take care of that?
I was worried about rock strikes and such as that, so I raised it 10 inches here, and then I have I bought a generator cover that pretty much fits it. I put that on. I've got a piece of foam rubber that fits here, and I put that over the front just in case something would penetrate the cover. It can't get through and get the coils, and I secure that, and I've been very happy with it so far. Of course, it's only been a few weeks, but
yeah, but you guys have covered quite a few miles.
we've done 1,200 miles.
Wow. So
4 volt here, 110 volt here. So my 110 volt comes in. I have a hardwired surge protector, so it's not sitting out here. Nobody can steal it. It's right there. The only thing about this, when you plug in to 110 volts, this takes 128 seconds to check everything and actually turn the power on to the box.
Okay.
And that's the longest 2 minutes and 8 seconds. waiting for the red light to turn green and know you got power.
that we have. Now, how thick is this one here?
It's 13 inches.
Okay.
And it's a hybrid. It's memory foam on top, but it has coils on the bottom. And when we've stayed in some very nice hotels, and every time we do, we say we miss our mattress. We want to get back to our bed because we don't know any other to sleep as well.
So this mattress is not a lightweight mattress.
No, it's 110 pounds, I think it is.
Okay. So you've accommodated the weight so you can raise it. So why don't we go ahead and raise it right quick? Is that
my wife? I researched and found what I thought would work and bought it, and I sat on the bench over there and watched her install these things.
She installed them.
So if I can do it, anybody can do it.
There you go. There you go. Wow. So that mattress weighs, at least 100 pounds, if not more.
Yes, and the hinges are way back there, so there's a lot of leverage.
Yeah, so you're not lifting just part of, you're going all the way back to the back of the mattress.
Right.
I'm hoping the folks can see those
Hinges.
those lifting, what do we call them? The cylinders.
Yes.
Those cylinders.
Pneumatic cylinders.
And I'm hoping they can see that. And, but anyway,
There is the battery bank.
there's the battery bank back there.
That is 16 200 amp hour cells at 3.3 volts each. So I've made two 24 volt batteries at a total of 400 amp hours, which is equivalent to 8 of the Battleborn 100 amp hour batteries.
I see. Well, I'm telling you right now, Marvin, what's going to happen?
A temperature that's above freezing.
Right.
The floor under them is insulated, and that wall behind them is insulated. So if we keep the air in here above freezing, the batteries will be fine.
Right.
And you
That's,
put a
and
plug in.
what you're referring to is how you did not enclose this fully. You left
Yeah,
you left an
yes.
air gap all the way around the frame.
And I put
Great
a
idea.
110 volt receptacle in there, so if I have to throw an electric blanket over them, I can do that too.
There you go. Man, you just thought of everything.
That was her idea.
And I saw your little reading lamps here too.
Yeah, these are touch.
Wow.
They're touch lights.
I swear,
And then they move around.
you guys got all the cool stuff. You guys got all the cool stuff.
And she wanted this end wall to match that end wall. So we have some of the kitchen backsplash up there, and the area where the air conditioner is mounted matches the headboard.
Yeah, we'll show that to the folks here in a little bit. So remember that, folks, and you'll see how it matches on the other end of the trailer here in just a little bit.
And I don't understand the thing with pillows. Every night we have to find somewhere to put all these pillows because they don't sleep with us.
It's the same in our house, Marvin. It's the same in our house.
But
It's
I
just one of those things.
acquiesce, and there they are.
Okay, so then this is Mary's extra shelf up here.
It is.
Yeah.
And behind that is a wire race.
Uh-huh.
Same thing on this side.
Yeah, and I wonder where you got that idea to run that wire chase along there.
Some guy has a channel called iRide, and I
Uh-huh.
saw it on his channel.
So all your wiring there's no wiring inside the walls, correct?
Except what runs directly to the receptacles underneath.
I got you. Okay. But your main wiring all runs behind
All runs
these
behind
these
there.
these chases.
All the
that-
way to the refrigerator on that side.
So you have easy access to them.
On this side, it goes all the way around to the kitchen.
Gotcha. All right, now we're up to, and I'll just, well, here, I'll let you guys get on around over here. Okay, Mary, obviously, and I recognize this immediately when y'all showed it to me, it's a Nature's Head composting toilet. How do you like it so far?
I love it. There's no smell.
There's less smell from this
Yes.
than there is in a home because there's a constant negative pressure on that toilet. Air's constantly being pulled in and blown out through the vent in the floor. So even while it's actively being used, to put it politely, there's no smell
No smell.
because there's negative pressure all the time.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people use those for sure.
It has a fan that runs in it constantly here.
Yes, yeah.
And we got the one instead of the spider handle, we got the long handle that it ratchets. You pull it down, let it up, pull it down, and
So you don't have to crank it,
Yeah.
you ratchet it like this instead.
Mhm.
Well, I can see how that would be better in a lot of cases. Oh, yeah, that would be a much better for some folks.
It's easier for me to get to because I have trouble getting down. Anything below my knees, I have trouble getting to.
I understand. And then for privacy, we'll go ahead and mention this right quick. You do have a curtain.
I'm a retired nurse, and this is a hospital privacy curtain. It made me feel kind of at home there. All I had to do was hem it, and I did.
All right, so that was it for the most part. The stuff that I watched that I found very interesting, and just so I could remember, wanted to condense it and put it in a shorter video. So anyway, I'll send this to you. You tell me what you think, and Paul, I'll probably send it to you too, and you can tell me what you think. I've actually seen some other videos with some other stuff that was pretty cool. One guy actually made it, which I thought was a great idea because he has a motorcycle that he carries in his trailer. So he made it so he had a raised bed. He used garage, I guess what you use to lift a garage door, had it on both ends, and that completely raises the bed up so that when you're traveling, the car will pull in underneath his bike. In my case, it would be the car would pull in underneath the bed, and then when you get where you're going, you take the car out and you can put the bed down. And I found that could be useful for actually a lot of things while I was traveling because my trailer's big enough to where I could put what feels like two of those things in, so I could put storage above plus a bed, so that the car could pull all the way in. So anyway, just thoughts and ideas, and I just decided to do that today. So there you go. Thank you. I hope you enjoy, and let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. See you.